Welcome to Buddy Banter Podcast, the podcast that ignites the flame of inspiration within you. In a world filled with noise and distractions, we invite you to join us in this sacred space, a sanctuary for your mind and soul. Here we embark on a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. This episode is a stepping stone towards uncovering the incredible purpose that resides within us. Are you ready to awaken the extraordinary within yourself? To tap into your inner potential and embrace a life filled with meaning and impact? Then you, my friend, have come to the right place. So let's dive on in, explore the depths of our potential, and embark on this magnificent voyage together. So, November 5th, 2023. You want to know something that's super interesting that happened on this day? You guys should all know this. Everybody that's watching a podcast.
Ooh, Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes. Don't know what happened. Who Guy Fawkes is. Think back of, and it's related to a movie, and it's related to a childhood movie that we all had, which was so big that they created two more after that with amazing actors. What comes to mind? What happened on November 5th? I'm not going to say the actual year. It's fictional, but it happened in a movie.
The only thing I can think of that just popped in my head right now is Lord of the Rings.
Nope.
No.
Nope, has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings didn't start. Like, I'm talking about like the 80s. The 80s and 90s. Something that came out in the 80s and 90s that's fictional, but it is movie-wise, and it's such a good movie that they created two sequels. And something happened in that movie, November 5th, I'm not saying the year, that created the entire series of the movie. And not only the entire series of the movie, but to this day, people still wish upon a star. let me give you a good clue. They specifically created a car for this movie.
Back to the Future.
November 5th, 1955 is when Dr. Emmett Brown had the vision for the flux capacitor for the DeLorean car that started the whole sequel of Back to the Future. On November 5th, 55 is when time travel was existed, as per Dr. Emmett Brown. Which is pretty interesting to find out, because those are, and I'm not saying that it's not actually real, because, scientific people has said that it's possible to twist time to be able to go forward in time, but they've said that they can't go back in time. I mean, technically, Dr. Brown does go back in time. But again, fictional. But it's something interesting that happened on November 5th, 1955. It's funny. Funny.
It is a good classic. I remember it used to be on the TV all the time when I was a kid. Oh, so I had it on VHS.
Back in the olden days, for sure. Well, yeah, VHS, for sure. So which one of your favorites? 1, 2, or 3?
Used to see number 2 quite a lot on TV. Maybe 1 now and then, but it was very hardly showed number 3 on TV a lot. So I would always say 1 and 2. Because as I said, number 3, you never hardly see it.
I'd still go for number 1, though. Even though number 2 is really good, number 1's the one that started the whole Back to the Future. And skyrocketed Michael J. Fox's career, and even Christopher Lloyd's career. Well, I mean, he was still a mummified old man by then, which still is. Like, he hasn't aged today, but yeah, really, really good movies. Awesome. Which is...
Like, what year did you go? In the second one, what year did you go to the future now?
2015.
2015, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went in the future in 2015.
So where's our goddamn flying cars then? We're in 23 now. Where's our freaking flying cars?
What year did Back to the Future go in the future? So they actually talked about that. Yeah, 2015. They talked about that in 2015 because I remember seeing an article about 2015, and they weren't talking about flying cars. They were talking about the hoverboard that he was using. And where everybody's like, oh, well, technology and this and they did. there was some sort of hoverboard that had come out on the market saying that they predicted that, like back in the 80s when they made this movie, they predicted that the technology would go down that route. Now, was technology, I don't want to say coerced, but was it inspired by a movie way back then, being like, oh well, here back in the 80s, 90s, they made this movie, and this movie had this board that was just flying around. Let's focus our attention and try to get this done by the year, like the
They
Simpsons.
did make one.
They did make one, yeah.
They actually did make one because Tony Hawk tried it out.
So there you go. I remember seeing an article in 2015 about the predictions that were from that movie and what was supposed to be predicted in 2015 and how close we were to those predictions. And yeah, everybody was like, the hoverboard. Where's the hoverboard? We want the hoverboard. And like, yeah, we have one. Yeah.
And was it 2020 when Nike actually made the trainers that actually fasten themselves?
I don't know.
So basically, they actually did make it because it was advertised on TV. They actually showed it on TV as well.
Mm-hmm. What Nike shoe ties themselves debuting in the new Nike Adapt basketball sneaker. Nike, that was in 2023 though. Okay, so when? 2014. The designer of the original Nike shoes depicted the Back to the Future 2 indicated that they would introduce shoes with power lacing technology by the following year, 2015. So again, the movie was predicted in 2015 because they went in the future in 2015. So in 2014, the designer at Nike said that by 2015, which was when the movie was predicted, we're gonna put these guys on the market. And I guess they actually did. Yeah. It's crazy though. I mean, shoelaces that tie themselves.
I'm still waiting for the hydrated pizza. When she puts that little pizza in the cooker, it says hydrate 4 please. It comes out big. It's like, I want one of them.
Yeah, that would be awesome to have. But one thing that I am waiting for, rather than the hydrating pizza, is the oh man, I forgot the word. The fabricator in Star Trek. That you can just simply fabricate absolutely anything you want by just saying, oh yeah, I'd like a large pepperoni and cheese pizza, and then poof, there you go, there it is, just out of thin air. That would be awesome. That would be a thing that everybody would want to buy. But
I know it's like all the rich people in this world. You thought, come on, make something like that, and just think how much money it would save.
It's not a question of so many rich people in the world. You guys don't have enough money. Let's build that, and yeah, we can save on the food shortages in the world and this and that. It's the question of how do you have a machine that will manifest a large pepperoni and cheese pizza out of thin air? The ingredients still have to go in there, and even then, once the ingredients are in there, how does particles or light create an edible piece of food? Like in Japan, they have these vending machines that make pizzas, but they have all the ingredients in there, and it's a machine behind closed doors that prepares your pizza and heats it up and this and that. So I mean, the ingredients still have to be there. As per Star Trek, the Star Trek world, there is no ingredient. It's, this is what I want, make it. Bowl of mac and cheese, make it. It doesn't just make the mac and cheese, but it also makes the bowl. So it's not how much money people have and the brain power. It's how the hell do you make something appear out of thin air? That would be the struggle. I mean, unless you're a magician like fucking what's his face, David Copperfield there, then you can come up with shit like that. But I'm sure someday they will. I'm sure someday they will have some sort of technology that can manifest things out of thin air. Just not now.
Yeah.
Not now. Another thing in November, I don't know if you guys wear poppies in England, but we wear poppies for, awesome. There you go. So like I said, Canada and UK, where we're pretty much similar alike. We wear poppies for Remembrance Day, which is November 11th. In the UK, it's probably November 21st or something, but here in Canada, it's November 11th. And yeah, we wear poppies to significate the sacrifices that our soldiers did during the world wars in the past, and as they died in Flanders Field. If you don't know anything about that story, I suggest you do some research on the poppy and Flanders Field and who sacrificed their lives for what we have to this day.
Saturday 11th. So
Yeah,
that's next Saturday. I remember it's Sunday.
yeah. So throughout, we start selling. Well, we start. They ask for donations. It's not selling the poppy, but they start giving away poppies usually around November 1st. And yeah, you wear it. Most people wear it for the whole month.
Yeah, I got to admit, I go to shopping actually buy mine. I don't really buy mine off the people on the streets and that because there are some people out there that are scam artists and it's like disrespectful. It's like you see a person dressed up as a soldier, and you can spot them a mile away that wearing the cadets or with part of the army. It's like, no, you're not, mate. Both my parents are ex-military. I can see you from a mile away. You're not a real ex-marine or part of the military or anything like that.
Yeah, see, we don't have people going around giving out poppies like that, and if we do, they're actual military people with the military trucks. They're cadets most of the time, like kids growing up into the
Yep.
cadet form, and it's part of their hours to like give away poppies or whatever it is. But most of us is like you said, they're all in. Like you go to a gas station, there's a box there, and then you can give donations. We don't have random people walking around with boxes of poppies just selling away poppies or going door to door for that matter, just because yeah, that screams scams all over the place for sure. And you'd be surprised. Like I mean, when I take a poppy, I don't put 5 cents in there. I'll put like $2 in there. So if you put at 100 people buys up one poppy at $2, you just made $200 in a day. So, but I mean,
I think they're about a pound here.
oh yeah, there's a number you have to give. Us is whatever you have. Like if you want to give 25 cents, you give 25 cents. Like if you want to give $5, you give $5. I didn't know there was a generic number for you guys. I've never seen it actually. I never really. I always put $2 in and I grab one, but I never bothered to look if there's an actual minimum price that you have to pay.
Pound a poppy.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's for a good cause, right?
Make it a pound.
I wear mine every year.
Let's get that. Get you up. So you see.
Yeah, well, I know what a British pound looks like.
Yeah, for those who don't.
It actually focused. I can show you some coins you've never seen. We've got loonies and toonies that no other country has.
I've got a sixpence somewhere and a half a pence somewhere.
Yeah,
They're all coins.
So half a pence would be like half a penny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have those anymore, and we don't even have pennies anymore. They canceled out pennies in 2016.
I know. It's like, hang on, I'll go get it, see if we can lift it up.
2013, February 2013, Canada stopped making pennies. Too much change for no reason. Plus, it's all a digital world now.
There we go. Come on. There you go. That's 4 pennies and 2p. So every find a penny or 2p, we'll throw it in there. And I feel sorry for the poor bugger who's got to count it all.
Are they this? Well, so here in Canada, if you have a jar full of pennies like that, for example, you cannot go to a bank and take that. It has to be pre-rolled. It has to be in rolls already. They will refuse it if it's not pre-rolled. Well, where I'm from, anyway. Maybe in different smaller communities they'll accept it, doesn't that? But I'm gonna say if they're discontinued in the UK, you're gonna have limited amount of time to bring those in. Otherwise than that, it may not be accepted after a certain time.
£100 I can take in at a time, but I'd say I've got to count them up into the bags and that lot.
Yeah, I know, but there might be, like I said, if they're discontinued where the country is not producing them anymore, they may stop accepting them at some point. The banks may just say
Yeah.
your pennies are worthless. We're not taking them anymore. I'm not sure because technically a currency is a federal currency. So technically a bank should be accepting it. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Oh, it's like I went mental with my mum because I've got some coins here. This one's got it's a £2 coin with a skull and a rose in the centre. Apparently that's worth 300 quid on eBay. Then I got a Panton Bear standing next to the Poundman, 50p. Apparently that's worth £1.50.
Sell them.
I did have some more coins, and my mum actually used them to buy some sugar in that lot. I went bloody ballistic.
I thought the light was on. Yeah, I've got lots of coins too. We all collect our coins. I've got pennies way back from the 20s, Americans and Canadians, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. We all collect coins, and it's another topic that we can jump into one day. We can show off our coin. I got stamps too. I got a little bit of stamp collection from way back in the day, but it's not like a lot of people are really into it. But like I've got dollar bills. Let me find those ones with no serial numbers on them. And I keep them in the book of my Cadillac when I bought my Cadillac. So I keep them folded in here. This is called a centennial dollar bill. It's from 1887 to 1967, and it has no serial number anywhere on it. Now, they're not worth a lot of money. They're worth maybe $15, $20 a piece right now for a $1 bill. But it's a nice piece of history to keep with you because we don't have $1 bills anymore. We used to have $1 and $2 bills, and we don't have those anymore. Now it's all coins. We have $1 and $2 coins. I should have another one in here. Back to back.
But it's like these days, money wise, does everyone carry money on them now? Because everything's contactless, chip and pin.
Well, that's exactly it, right? Nobody has money anymore. There's two of them. So that's why. Go ahead.
What made me laugh? Me and Kel, we went to shopping other side of Manchester near the city ground. There's a homeless guy. You can never trust a homeless guy because you never know he's homeless or he's going back to his Ferrari or something like that. And have you got any change, mate? I went, no, mate. No one carries change on us anymore. Don't worry about that. Pulls out a literally contactless machine.
Really?
It says, I've got a card here. I thought, what the fig?
Wow.
I said,
yeah.
no, I'm not giving you any money.
I've never seen that in my entire life. That's crazy. Yeah, you're definitely if you can afford a contactless machine and go to the bank and withdraw money, you're definitely not living on the streets, man. Come on,
Tell me about it.
But it's like you said, right? So many people make a living doing that, and I've seen so many YouTubers exposing these people how they're on the street all day long begging for money. And then at the end of the day, they walk away and they go to their car and they got this fancy car and this fancy house. They're making tons of money doing that. So yeah,
I went to the post office. I saw a woman. She was I don't know. She didn't have a job. She's claiming off benefits and that lot. She got £400 out of the post office. And about 10 minutes later, she's begging outside the supermarket saying, "We've got money." And I actually seen her. Says, "Did you just draw 400 quid out of the post office this morning?" No, that wasn't me. Sure it was. Says you're wearing the same clothes, the same haircut and all that lot. You can't deny it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody tries to get money out of people for absolute. Look, dude, when I lived in Montreal, when I moved to Montreal, I was 18 years old. Montreal is 100% French. I mean, if you're an English guy there, as an English person, if you're going to Montreal, you're going to get the odd person that speaks English. Some of them do, some of them don't. But like 99.9% of the population there is French. Everything is French. All the stores are French. All the restaurants are French. Everything. I'm walking down the street, downtown Montreal, and it has millions of people living in Montreal. And I'm with my brother, and we're both born and raised in French. And we're shooting the shit. And this guy on a pedal bike comes up to me, and he asks me, "Do you speak French?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I speak French. We're in Montreal." He's like, "Oh my God! Finally, I found somebody that speaks French, man. I've been looking all day long. Can I please have $2 to go take a shower and this and that?" And I'm thinking, you're in Montreal. Like, what do you mean you've been trying to find somebody that speaks French all day? And like I said, we're in downtown Montreal. There's 100,000 people around us. Like how stupid do you think that I am? That I'm the first French person that you come up to with your pedal bike and you need $2 for a shower. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, it's the stupidity of some people. It's like you said, the chick at the post office, right? It's how stupid can you really be to think that we're not going to be catching on to that and be like, oh, here's the money. I'm sorry. Go take a shower. Hopefully you find somebody else that speaks French. And just the arrogance of people. But that's how they make their living. It's not an honest living, but that's how some people make their living. It's just by going around begging people for money. Look, listen, OnlyFans. Listen, hold on. Well, yeah, OnlyFans. I was going to say YouTube too, but YouTube are actual creators. Even though I've seen YouTubers being like, I've seen one that I used to watch a lot. And one of the videos he was playing, he was playing a game, but then in the video he was saying, like, "I really appreciate you guys so supporting me and this and that." And he's like, I came up with a list and I did the math, and he says with my rent and my bills and this and that, this is how much I need per month to be able to continue playing games for you guys. So I'm really asking for you guys. And I'm like, you're begging for money. Like, why are you? We're supposed to be contributing to your cause for the content that you produce. You're not supposed to beg for money. So now it's online as well, right? Now you have people in your town begging for money, and now it's coming online. And look at OnlyFans. Like, not to put it bluntly or badly, but those are people that don't want to work and simply want to make money for showing their tits or their ass or their cooch. You know, it's the world we live in, though. It's more and more people, as the generations go on, will want to make money without having an honest living. That's why we come in. Us. We make the world go around. And
when
Go on.
See, when I was a kid and that, my nan and grandfather, as I said, if you always want something in life, you work for it. You don't get anything for free. If you want something, you go out there and work for it, and you get it yourself. And that's what I've always done. And it's like, I'm a bugger when it comes to my birthday and Christmas boxes. It's like, what do you want in that lot? And every time I say something, they'll get it, but it's not the one I was actually wanted for. And it's like the one time I remember my mum got me a flat screen for my PC, because back then we had the big box TVs for the monitors.
The tubes, yeah.
So she got me a flat screen, but the only downside problem was I was after for like a 24-inch monitor. She got me a 15-inch. Now, do you know how hard it was to play Command and Conquer with her? Because it was like that. Just so you could see. It's like, it's not the one I wanted. You're ungrateful little shit.
Exactly. Ungrateful little shit. And to go back on what you said, if you want something in life, you're going to have to work for it. And who did you learn that from? Your grandfather. Because our generation...
Nana and Granddad, yeah.
Yeah. Our generation, our grandfathers and grandmothers were raised in the olden days. They knew that, there was no internet. There was no begging on the street. There was drafts to go in the military. There was farming. It was hard freaking work. You had to bust your ass in life to get what you need. And you know what? I learned the same thing from my grandfather too. My grandmother left my grandfather with 7 kids when they were all young. And my grandfather, you know what? He could have sent all the kids to foster care and this and that, and he didn't. He raised all 7 kids by himself, busted his entire life to raise all the kids, and told me the same thing. You want something in life, you're going to have to work for it. Today's generation, their grandfathers are raised in the internet world, the YouTube world, the OnlyFans world, the begging world, the world where you can get arrested by a cop and he says one thing wrong to you and you're suing the city and the department for millions of dollars. That's the problem with today's generation is their grandfathers are not raised with what we have. Like for me and you, like we're raised in that. So when we become grandfathers, we're gonna have that mentality. But as the generations go on and on and on, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. There is not much hope.
See, I cannot remember where my nan and granddad originally came from, but they actually moved to Halifax from my hometown because even this might shock you as well, Ian, that you're listening. There used to be a nuclear power plant in the town centre of Halifax, near Peace Hall, which used to be a wool and a coal market back in the days. So they actually moved to that town because of work.
That explains a lot.
So, and basically, over the years, that power plant's been knocked down and it's turned to shops, which have been shut down now because they can't keep up with business. But I will say this: my cousin's just recently passed away. So we're reading someone's Facebook comment saying, "I remember when your grandparents were alive in Mixington, your whole family was well known as being the Brown family of the Mixington. But ever since your grandparents passed away, it's basically you're all scattered away and you've gone and done your other things."
Yep.
So it's just kind of true, really. We should have kept together, but I think that was the only thing that were keeping us together was my nana and granddad.
And you know what? I want to say that's pretty much every family because it's the same thing for my family. Every year we would have a family reunion, and every year we would have the big Christmas dinner. My grandfather was there. My grandfather was alive, and we would all do that. And when my grandfather passed away, it's like you said, everybody's on their own. Nobody gets together anymore. Nobody has these big family reunions. They all do it for the grandfathers.
Yeah.
Now, there's probably still some that do it, like you see in some movies, some big families get together, like Betty White family kind of style there. They all get together. But most of the time now, it's once the grandparents are gone, it's Brownie's off doing his own thing. Ian's off doing his own thing. I'm in a city where I don't have any family here at all. I live minimum 3 hours away from any family member. So my other brother lives 13 hours away from where I am at. My other brother lives 28 hours away from where I'm at. It's just everybody just disperses and lives their own life. But that's the beauty of social media now, is at least we get to stay in contact with each other, right? But grandparents Grandparents are a huge bond to a family, for sure. And then not only being a bond back then, it was your grandparent, your grandfather, your grandmother, and then the kids and the kids and the kids. Now it's so many people have kids with so many different persons. Like I'm to blame myself. I have 2 kids with 2 different women. So how do you get everybody together, right? It's multiple families mixed in together, and it's just impossible to get everybody in together, which is a good thing because I wouldn't want that. But yeah, it's a crazy world we're starting to live in, right? Ian agrees, that's for sure.
It is now.
The latest that I have,
Yeah, it definitely is. It's
20. I'll share the latest news from November 5th. No, I'm not going to talk about that. 2022, the Iranian government acknowledged sending a limited number of military drones to Russia. NHL History Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 2022, November 5th, 2022. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, which doesn't make sense. A Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee was Pat Benatar. Don't know who that is. Duran Duran, Dolly Parton, Lionel Richie, Carly Simmons, Judah Priest, Jimmy Jam and Terry Willis, Elizabeth Cotton, don't know. But the most shocking one of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, the one and only Eminem, a rapper, was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame November 5th, 2022. Interesting. 2021, 8 people were crushed to death and hospitalized in a crowd surge during a Travis Scott performance in Houston, Texas. 2019, the Chinese government set rules for gaming for young people to try to curb gaming addiction, including a maximum of 90 minutes of gaming a day. That's interesting. Didn't know about that.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
You're only allowed to play 90 minutes. I saw one earlier in Alabama. It's illegal to play games on a Sunday, which is interesting. Alabama's American, so I don't know. 2018, the Spice Girls announced their new tour. Interesting as well. 2018, NASA's Voyager 2 probe leaves the solar system, becoming the second human-made object to reach interstellar space. 2018, more than 80 students and teachers were kidnapped from a boarding school in Cameroon. That's okay. Oh, November 5th, 2017, U.S. President Donald J. Trump begins a 12-day trip to Japan. That's interesting. Not going to go through all of that. 2017, gunman shoots 26 dead and injures 20 in Texas. That's a whole story for another day. If I can, the shootings in the States, it's just, I don't know if you guys get that kind of news where you are, but I mean, the other day it was 18 killed in a bowling alley. And the guy was going after, what was said was going after his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. And he ended up killing like kids and this and that for absolutely no reason. And then ended up just putting a bullet in his head. Like a coward, a real coward for absolutely no reason. Like if you want to, I understand if you have a quarrel with somebody and you want to seek revenge on the one person. You know what? Fine, so be it. If you want to kill, murder happens all the time. If you want to kill your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, you're gonna get caught and you're gonna go to prison for it at the end, which is whatever. You did your own actions. But what's the point of killing 17 other innocent, men, women, and children? It's just that to me is just makes no sense. But the American system is very strong on their Declaration of Independence, freedom to carry arms, and they're not looking to ban any weapons whatsoever. And then they complain why there's so many shootings and why we need to stop all these shootings and this and that. And like, well, I understand that it's not the gun that kills. I understand it's not the gun that kills the person; it's the person that kills the person. But I mean, here in Canada, we don't have that. We don't have shootings. We don't have killings. We don't have any of that because, we don't have people walking down the street holding assault rifles in their hands, which is honestly legal in the United States to walk with an assault rifle in your hands as long as the bullets are not in the gun. But you can have a backpack full of bullets walking down the street, and all you have to do is reach in your backpack, grab your clip of bullets, put it in, and boom, you start shooting. How
yeah.
I don't see how that's okay in any world. But
you see, someone asked me that, and they says, would you have guns banned? And it was like yes and no, because yes, to those people who can't respect the gun, who can't show respect to it as well as to others in that law, who thinks, I'll go start killing. Then there's no, because I did watch an American TV show on TV where a grandfather, he went in his tradition at Christmas. All the family came up together, joined up together. Him, his brother, his 3 sons, then their kids as well as grandkids all got together and went hunting. And it's like you can't say yes, you want to ban it, but you don't want to stop like a family tradition where you all get together, go hunting, enjoy yourself. It was just so bad. It's like you're put in a situation where do you want to ban it or don't you?
okay, so
I say no, because I say that there is families out there that do want to go out and hunt as a family who's going to respect it. It's a family tradition, but yeah, for those people who can't show respect, who's going to hurt someone.
So here's the big difference. Canada, not long ago, a few years ago, they were doing a ban. There was a huge mass shooting. It was in the school in the States somewhere, and the killer ended up killing I don't remember how many it was, but I want to say like 20 people, kids in a classroom. It was an elementary school, and murdered teachers and kids and this and that. So Canada went off and said, we're going to start banning weapons. We're going to start banning these guns and these guns and these guns. Now, your argument is grandfathers, you're all, the whole family's getting together and they're going hunting and this and that. In what world, in what movie, and in what event do you see somebody go moose, deer, elk, bird, whatever kind of hunting that you're going to do hunt? In what world do you see them with 1 handguns or 2 assault rifles? Never. You see them with a hunting rifle or you see them with a shotgun. Those are not restricted weapons. So here in Canada, they did a ban on restricted weapons, and the restricted weapons being handguns, assault rifles, and a whole list that I'm not familiar about, so I'm not going to go into the details because I'm sure somebody's going to watch this podcast and be like, you're full of shit, this is not what it is, this is not what it is. But, like in Canada, we don't ban weapons. We ban handguns. You're not allowed to have a handgun without a restricted permit, and then you better go through a lot of like criminal record checks and psychology checks and everything else. But what we're talking about is like an assault rifle. Like here in Canada, you're not allowed to take your gun out whenever you want and go walk down the goddamn street. Even though there's no bullets in it, you're not allowed to walk down the street or anywhere with a gun. You cannot take your gun from your house and go on Crown land in the bush somewhere if it is not hunting season. And even when it is hunting season, you have to abide by certain rules, regulations, times of day, times of night, whatever. Like you can't hunt certain times. You have to declare shots and this and that. So what they're trying to do is ban assault rifles. So the shootings that happen in the States, it's not one person going into a school with a hunting rifle. Because a hunting rifle will be, most likely, a good hunting rifle will be a bolt action rifle, where it's 1 bullet at a time. These people doing all these murders and shootings and this and that, it's an assault rifle. It's a clip with 30, 40 bullets in it. It's a gun that was meant for the military to go to war. It's not a hunting gun. So, your argument being, well, they can't ban that because if they ban that, well, you're not going to see these families going hunting. And they're hunting restricted firearms. Like I would have to pull up the list. Because here in Canada, you can't have a handgun unless you have a special permit for it. Regulations. I didn't really follow it, but I know my brother has a lot of guns and he wasn't too impressed about it. Any firearm capable of discharging a dart or any object carrying an electrical current or substance, so a taser gun, that's prohibited here in Canada, including the firearm of design commonly known as the taser public defense and any variant or modified version of it. So here in Canada, you're not allowed to carry a taser gun. Firearm known as a stinger or any similar design or any size to fit in the palm of the hand. So any handgun wise would be prohibited. And then the firearm of the design commonly known as a Franchi Spa 12 shotgun and any variant modified version of it. The firearm of design, a striker shotgun, an auto shotgun, a Franchi 15 shotgun. Like, I'm not familiar with guns enough to say that. Like Black Eagles, Super Black Eagles. A lot of shotguns were restricted, but it's not hunting rifles. It's not something that you're thinking, okay, Grandpa's here, let's go hunting for a bird. I'm gonna take my Franchi, SPA 15 shotgun to go kill a small bird, or I'm gonna take my assault rifle that I can go to war with to go kill a bird or a buck. Or that's your definition of what should be and what shouldn't be, right? We're just here in Canada. We're trying to make sure, because there was a bust here just the other day. Let me see if I can find that. It was on Facebook, and it was the OPP Northeastern. What is this? This guy had 326 cases of beer in his van. He's probably buying them super cheap and reselling them. Gun. Impaired driving. Guns. I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. Holy shit. Highway 11 will be closed, OPP flipped, and an SUV, 2 separate incidents in Martin River. There's absolutely lots of guns, like to the point where I was even like, what the fuck, like, that shouldn't happen here. But yeah, anyway, that's a conversation that we can have like any other day about gun violence and this and that. I don't know how it is in other countries. I don't really watch the news from other countries except U.S. right now, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, whatever's happening. But I don't know, like in the U.K., if murders happen all the time with guns or.
Mostly knife attacks or acid thrown.
Knife attacks? Yeah, there's actually a knife attack that happened like an hour away from here over the weekend. Somebody got stabbed. Like, violence happens everywhere, which is normal. But for there to be
Remember the days where it was a hand-to-hand... Remember back in the days it was just hand-to-hand fighting, and if you won, you got the other guy up, shook his hand and just walked off.
yeah. I've had a few of those, yeah. We don't have those days anymore. And even then, if we would have these days anymore, nobody has the decency or the honesty to be like, all right, Brownie, we're gonna go at it. You and I we're gonna take a fight, and at the end of the day, once whoever wins, we'll shake each other's hand. What's to say that the other guy doesn't turn around and charge you with battery? That's the world we live in. Is as soon as you put your finger on somebody else, you can get charged with battery. That's why nobody wants to fight anymore, because you can end up.
I'm suing you.
You could, as stupid as the world is, you could. You're going to end up. The person that did the battery will end up going to jail. You're going to jail. Well, you're going to your city police jail. Then you got to go see a judge. Then that's on your record. Depending on the job you have, you might lose your job. Like, for example, if I were charged with battery, I would go to jail. I wouldn't lose my job, guaranteed, but I would go on my record. And being the part that I'm the vice chairman of Crime Stoppers, I'd automatically get kicked off of Crime Stoppers. I'm not involved with the Timmins Police or the OPP anymore. It's just, as stupid as it is, like, you and I can get into a fight, and just because you lost, you can be like, you know what? I'm calling the cops on you. And then you just ruined my life.
Yeah.
I got in a fight with a guy just a few years ago. Fist fight in down the street, right here. I'm not going to go on the story on the podcast of why we got into a fight, but that's the gist of the story. Him and I, at least, were honest about it, and nobody called the cops on each other. We got into our argument, we settled the argument, and we went part ways after that. But it's not the world we live in nowadays. It's a world where, yeah, if I can get something out of it, you touched me, you punched me. If I can get money out of you, I will. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, you wanted to talk about something that is annoying, to say the least.
Annoying.
I wonder if Ian still has his beard. Did he? Because you would know.
Oh yeah.
He does.
Yeah. He sent me a picture last night. I know.
Is that why you said nice beard?
He sent me that last night.
That's funny as fuck. That grew a lot. Wow.
Yeah.
See, I can't do that. I can't grow a beard like you guys do. I don't know. I tried last year. I couldn't. It stopped at a certain point, certain length, it just stopped growing.
I think mine's just stopped growing at the moment. I think it's because it's winter. It's like now, I'm have to commute. That's literally stopped at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, but that's still pretty long. Like, the longest that I had it was like an inch, I think. But it depends. And so a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't grow beards. A lot of people can't even grow like what I have, which is the most minimal of a beard.
Right. So, I think it was October. last year. I've always grown a beard like you. You know, that short and that lot, and just having it shaved off. Then I joined a Facebook group called Beard and UK Beard and Moustache Club. Thought just join it for the hell of it, just having a good laugh and that lot, and see what comes up. And it's shocking what people would actually do to grow a beard. It's it was
Like,
unbelievable, but there was a lot of good positive about it. There was a lot of, a lot of people said don't trim it, just let it grow and that lot. And that's what I started doing. I let it grow, and there were people knew because at the time we were using like a moisturizer, Lenore moisturizer, and beard oil. It wasn't expensive, I got to admit. And I was like, what stuff, you guys using that lot for your face? And one guy came out and shouted out, well, I've got my own brand here called Beard Manners, which I'm using at the moment. What you try to do? Well, I saw his beard and it's like, wow, okay. I've got a picture of his face. I'll just share that one for a sec. This is Jason. I think he's been going up for 5 or 6 years now. Very no trim.
Seen that one on your Facebook. Yeah.
I've seen his face and it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I want to get my beard looking like that. That's just a wow. So I'd say he asked me what type of you're into. Well, what products you have? Well, I've got the beard oil. I've got beard butter, so it makes it soft and that lot. It makes it fluffy. And I've got the beard balm where it'll keep it still, it'll keep it in style. Well, I tried the beard butter because I do like it, blowing about. Like, well, okay. What scent do you want? Well, I don't know. What do you have? So he told me different scents and that. And I went with 2 of them. The Secret was like a cologne smell, which I thought was great, and Pines Gold was like a more of a caramel smell. And I got to admit, I liked him, Kelly liked him, and there was supposed to be like a festival in March, which is just gone. So we was going to travel down to, I should know this by now because I've seen him many times. Knutsford, I think it was. Let me give it a sec, let me Google that. I wasn't going to get in trouble for it. Felixstowe is the actual town is at, and it's basically on the south side, Norwich area. That's the one. Because something happened, and he's like he had to end up cancelling this festival, this beard festival. And I still went down there in March to meet up with him, and I met a couple of other people down there. I met Jason, Michael, Wayne, and I can't remember your name. But I'll show you.
And then afterwards, you had some beers and you all had some rough bearded sex together, right?
Yeah. Like I say, we've got Jason here. I've got Michael. Michael goes to a couple of competitions for his beard and that lot. It's amazing. It's what he said. It took him like nearly 2.5 years to grow a beard like this.
Yeah.
And it's like wow. But I've got Stephen here. He's made some stands for me and that lot. He does a great job. But he also uploaded this picture as well throughout the years, from what he started off with and to what he looks like now. And there are literally beard competitions out there. People have had, styled the moustaches, the beards, and that lot.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. Yeah, it's
There's
interesting.
companies
Like
here
I
now
said,
where it's just
not everybody can grow a beard like that, though. That's the thing. Like, so you're super fanatic about Beard Matters, and I've been hearing you talk about it, and I see it on your Facebook all the time. So go into for people that don't know what it is. What does Beard Manners do as a product? Like, is it a product that is meant to increase?
Yep.
Your either your hormones
it's a
or
more
whatever
healthier style.
So yeah, but that's my question. Is it just to style it and make it pretty and make it shiny and make it smell good, or does it actually encourage hair growth?
It actually makes it healthier when you're using the products and that lot. It will moisturize the beard oil itself. It moisturizes the skin as well as keeping the beard healthy, as well as the beard butter, which I used. So as I say, I've got a couple of stands here.
So
Well,
here's
I've literally got about foot.
but hold on.
Go on.
Here's my actual question. You said that your beard has stopped growing, and you really want that epic beard like the other guys in this and that. Is there anything in the Beard Matters product besides making you healthier or making it smoother or making it shinier or making it silkier? Is there an actual chemical that makes the hairs grow more or longer? Is it a product to help you grow a beard, or is it simply a product to help you groom your beard?
More of a groomer beard to look after it.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything out there that can make your beard grow. Because if it was, the people would be slapping in the head, won't they? They're like, my hair's growing back.
Well, there's a lot of products out there to help you grow hair for bald men. So I don't see how that wouldn't work for beards, but I think that would only work for like if your beard would be patchy in some areas that may work, but not a product that would make your like you and I, for example, like when your beard stops growing to a certain point, I don't think there's a product out there that will make your beard grow anymore. If your natural body just says that's enough, we're done, we're not growing that beard no longer. So that was my question towards the Beard Matters: is if there was a chemical product in there that actually increased your beard length or girth or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm the same as you, right? So I have a beard now, but this is and it is winter. Like it's minus 11 degrees Celsius right now here. There's snow everywhere. And I keep this in the winter because I work outdoors. Having a beard like you I see it wouldn't cause an issue, but I do a lot of snowmobiling in the winter. So trying to fit that and all the gear and under the helmet and this and that would be a little bit of a hassle. Yeah. I would think so. One, two, it doesn't grow that much. Even if I wanted to, I tried and it wouldn't. I'm not used to it anyway. But three, when I was in the fire department, I had to shave my beard every 2 days. So I was not allowed to have any kind of facial hair whatsoever. So I'm like you, right? Before last year, you would keep it short, but now you've grown your beard and you're trying to grow it more. Me, but I never had a beard. If you look at pictures of me, like when I was in the fire department, any picture that I would take, I couldn't have a beard. I was not allowed to have a beard. And then any picture afterwards, you can see the progression of what you're doing, in a sense, growing a beard more and more and more every year. So it's just, I mean, I'm sure yours will keep growing. It's just a matter of patience and letting it grow. Taking care of it, using your Beard Matters. But like I said, it's not for everyone. It looks good. Like, don't get me wrong. That guy's beard that started Beard Matters, that's an epic fucking beard. That's a nice fucking beard.
Yeah.
He's a Viking. Like, if you put him way back in the olden days with the Vikings, you wouldn't be able to tell him apart. Like, he belongs. But it's not for everyone.
Yeah. Like, there's Michael now. He been to all the big competitions. Came second place, I think it was.
That's good.
I say, after meeting Jason and Michael and that lot, it's a lot positive to him. I say nothing. He didn't let anything get him down, and after talking with it, it's all positive, great attitude and that lot. It's like I feel great talking to these guys. Some people around here, pretty depressing and that lot. Let you down. You don't want to really talk to them. You just want to bug off and walk away and try to find something else to do.
No,
but I say, I've got about 40 different products. Everyone's got a different scent to it, which is remarkable. And I've noticed a difference in my beard wise.
I have one.
That's what I say.
I think I still have it. It's in the bathroom, but it's nothing. It's a Walmart fucking garbage there, just for. And mine was just I believe was just to make it shinier. Let me see if I can find it. It's a moisturizer. Men Expert Moisturizer, Barber's Club. And so mine was just to make it, like, in a sense, shiny. I don't want to turn the light on.
Yeah, that's what I had. That's what I started off with.
Which, it's not bad.
But
I mean, you're
I
also...
literally started off with that.
you're also talking about like maybe a third of the price of what you're paying for your product, which I understand that, the more you pay for a product usually means a much better product.
So that there, fucking bloody light, can never get that to work.
I
That's the
I,
moisturizer cream.
I had beard cream before, yeah.
That that alone was like nearly £13. This one, the beard oil, that's like 16 quid.
Okay, so hold on. Before we go any further, because you're talking about British, let me do the currency. British pound. So that one there was 16, and we're going to go in Canadian dollars since I live in, where again? Canada.
Yep.
That's $27. Yeah, that's too much. I think I maybe paid
North American, but
But here's a question. Here's a question. You're familiar with the countries that are connected together, as in Canada, America, and Mexico, right?
yeah.
So, what are Mexicans called to you?
Mexican.
So technically, in North America, it's Canada, USA, and Mexico. So why are we as Canadians not referred to Canadians, but then your Mexicans are referred to Mexicans? Go on.
Hey, I blame heaven for this one.
Goddamn
Was
Europe.
it the KKR sticker? I can't remember.
Goddamn Europe. No, it was Heather. Damn Europeans. You don't know your
Yeah,
history or anything. But yeah, what you said was $27 Canadian for that one product that you bought. I think I paid no more than $10 for mine. And if we're going for American dollars, it'd be $19 that you paid for that one bottle, which it seems expensive in my book. I don't normally buy product like that, so let me see. Everyman Jack Buttercream. Did you ever hear of Bulldog? Everyman Jack Buttercream.
Bulldog.
So Bulldog's about, well, for the grooming kit, it's $30 for beard oil, beard shampoo, comb. Beard Manners is not on Amazon. Everyman Jack.
He's just literally opened it nearly 2 years, 2.5 years now.
Yeah, see, I'm not into my beard enough to go out and buy products like that personally, simply because.
So start of January, you start growing it and don't trim it. Just let it grow.
See, I can't do starting January because it's October right now. Well, it's November. It's early November, and right now the temperature outside is -10. Tomorrow we're going to have 10 to 15 centimeters of snow, which is a snowstorm, which I'm super happy about because tomorrow's a good day for me. And you'll understand later on once you get it, like probably through YouTube. But I love snow so much that tomorrow having 10 to 15 centimeters is explicit, happy, awesome. But here where I live, if I wait till January to start a beard like what I have, for example, in January we're hitting -40, -50. I've gotten as cold as -56 degrees Celsius temperatures. In December we're getting those temperatures too. So I have to start my beard before, so that when the whole
But what I'm saying is in January, start of January, don't trim it. Just let that grow. Just let it go. Don't trim it at all.
See, no, I would start when this is about 2.5, 3 weeks of not trimming at all. And that's when I usually start. November. By November 1st, I don't trim anymore. That's it. I let it grow. But the difference is by May, it's going away. Because I can't deal with the heat. I hate the heat. I'm everybody I've ever known in my entire life has said in my previous life I was a husky. Because I cannot deal with the heat. But I can go outside at -40, -50. No gloves, no shirt.
Same here.
Yeah. So for me to work in plus 35 degree weather in the summer, outside busting my ass sweating, and then having the huge beard, it's just that extra layer of no.
You see what I've worked in. The hot furnaces going off. Then the summer, there's one lad who stays in there constantly. So I don't understand how he did it, but it's like I still got this, and I actually work in there now and then with him.
But you're used to
And
that
it's like
though.
this doesn't really affect me.
You're used to that though.
I I can't stand heat. I can't stand summers here. It's like if people say, right, you go abroad, go to Spain. I can't because I can't do it with the heat. I can't do it with the summer over here.
Yeah, that's everybody here in Canada is the same thing. And when winter hits, everybody goes on vacation to Dominican or Jamaica or Mexico, these hot places. And you know what? I've been once, and I don't ever see myself ever going back because of the heat. It's like it makes I don't know. Everybody's different, right? But
Yeah.
for me, it's the beard. It's being that hot already, and then having to deal with the beard that adds an extra layer. No, I can't do it. That's why I just keep it for the winter, because I know in the winter I work. Well, most of the time in the winter I work outside. I'll probably be in machines all winter this winter, but still I can't. I can't see myself with a beard like you. I can try. I tried last year. You guys saw it. I tried last year. It stopped growing. It wouldn't grow anymore. Like, let me see if I can find a picture of that. Do I have a picture of the longest beard that I had last year? It would be, if I have one. Gotta wait for the hard drive to wake up.
Yeah, it's booting up.
Yeah. External hard drives, they go to sleep. I don't keep them awake all the time. Here you go, pictures. Me.
It sounds like the old 95 PC try boot up. Just with that rattling noise in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. Those old fucking garbage here. So it would have been 2022 was a short beard. See, so it would have been, I think this was the longest that I had it. I don't even know if I can share this. Let me see. Share your screen. Yeah. So that's the longest that I've had it. Beard wise. Like compared to you guys, that's as long as I could get it. And that's not trimming from at least, and that, I want to say, when did I take that picture? Well, it had to be December. Yeah, it had to be December. And that was all summer too. I let it grow all summer. I remember having that all summer. So that's as long as I can get mine. Like I said, some people can have beards like you. Some people can and just stop. And that's what my friend said, because when I was working, can I just alternate? It's going to be 2022. What's that one? I see that one there is still pretty long, but I trimmed that one. That's the longest. When I was working with my buddy in a mine, which is he's part of the server too. That's what he was saying. He says some people can't grow beards. Like he can't grow a beard. Here, I'll pop up the picture. 2022. Share. And bam. That's the most of a beard that my buddy can grow. Like he can't grow a beard any bigger than what you're seeing there. So some people just can't grow beards. Some people grow to a certain limit, which you apparently have reached your limit. Maybe it'll grow longer. I reached my limit at that point. For him, he had reached his limit at that point.
I'm not going to trim this now until I'm satisfied that it has stopped growing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
I'm going to. Another year, I'm literally going to say, right, I'm going to keep on growing it. I'm not going to trim it and see how it goes. Because it's like I've had one or two people invite me to beer festivals and that lot, getting the competitions. I'll go to the beer festival, but I ain't joining no competition because you've got people on beards halfway down by their stomach in that lot. Like wow, it's like you old fashioned like that, twisting curls and like that. It's like how have they done that? There's one guy said, "I don't use prick stick." You know the kids that when they go to school and use that prick stick glue.
I
You know what I'm about?
never heard of prick stick.
Right, so what type of glue does kids use to stick stuff together? You know, that piece of paper to paper.
Yeah, just be regular glue. I don't know, paper glue.
Let's see.
You goddamn Europeans, man.
There we go. So that's what the kids use at school and that lot to when they're using arts and crafts.
Yeah, we have the
But
same
this is
thing.
what most people from. That's what most people use for the beard to keep it in style. Twisting turns and everything.
Yeah, makes sense.
Go away, you.
We have the same thing, just different brands. Here in Canada,
Yeah.
we're generic. We follow around with the world. You Europeans have to have your own way.
How do I find that event? I hate Facebook. I really do. More crap on here than everything else. Kids, whatever you do, don't join Facebook.
Facebook's a wonderful place to be. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you say so. Go away. Not making my life any easier. Yeah, so like Ian, he always had his beard short, and I said to him, just let it grow, don't trim it or anything like that. And look at it now, nice and big.
It depends on the genes as well, right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you try?
Yeah.
Well, what's the prognosis? Am I going to go to work or are we going to play Phasmo?
Ooh. I don't know. Ian, what are you doing?
Ian is playing 7 Days to Die. Ian said it didn't matter because he doesn't have to wake up early tomorrow morning. And you guys live in the future, so it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon for you guys right now. So, like I said, if we play Phasmo when I come back, it's going to be around, at the latest, I want to say 1 o'clock my time, which is going to be about 6 o'clock your time.
Right, we'll get it done now then.
Swell.
So I'm going to get downstairs, get a drink, probably put my leg because I've asked the kids to tidy up, which I doubt it.
Most likely not.
So,
well, thank you for
Right.
participating in today's podcast yet again, Buddy Banter Podcast with Brownie Bear Combo. Ian is in the Dunkas is in the audience.
look at that. He is listening because he just jumped on.
Yeah, there you go. He's already playing Phasmo. Hopefully we can have more members participate in the future, and if you are watching and want to participate even in the audience, or you have a topic of discussion that we could talk about, let us know down in the comments section or join the Discord server. Everybody's welcome. Link is down in the description. And yeah, we will see you guys next
Grow a
week.
beard. Grow a beard.
If you don't,
grow a beard.
If you're a male and you don't have a beard, you're not allowed in the server, as per Brownie. But even though Brownie is our community manager, I do overrule his decisions. So even if you don't have one, you're still welcome.
If you say so.